Hello everyone! So ang pag-aaralan natin ngayon ay ang adding and subtracting simple polynomials. So this is the lesson 2 of our first quarter under the grade 8 matatag curriculum. Pero bago tayo magsimula, nais ko munang panoorin nyo ang ating videos on monomial at doon sa degree of monomial. And kung napanood mo na ito, let's start with our objective. This is our objective. So, our objective is to add and subtract simple polynomials. So, bago tayo magsimula, let's define what is a polynomial or ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng polynomial. So, it is an expression that consists of variables, terms, exponents, and constant. So, when you say variables, this is also called as literal coefficients. So, ito yung mga X, Y, A, B, C, or ito yung mga letter natin or yung sa alphabet natin. So, yes, from A to Z, very good. And kapag sinabi naman ting terms, these are, example na lang nito is yung monomial, binomial, trinomial. So, that are our terms. And so on and so forth. Of course, meron pang iba't ibang tawag sa terms. And of course, your exponents, ito yung nandoon sa taas ng ating variable. Let's say x squared, ano ang exponent doon? So that is 2. Yun yung nandoon sa taas. And of course, your constant, these are the numbers na hindi nababago. Ito yung walang katabing variable or variables. And these are the key conditions. Balikan lang natin to. Napag-aralan mo na to ng grade 7 ka. These are the key conditions for polynomial. So, these are the conditions. Meron tayong 4 dito. So, first condition, it does not involve division by a variable. So, in other words nito, wala dapat variable doon sa denominator. O kaya yung ating number ay hindi dinidivide by a variable. And of course, the exponent must be a whole number. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung exponent ay whole number. Dapat siya from 0 to yes, mag-start sa 0, of course, whole number. 0 and so on. The counting numbers kasi kasama doon sa whole numbers. And hindi dapat ito fraction. And of course, it does not have infinite numbers of terms. Kailangan natatapos yung ating terms. Pwedeng monomial siya, binomial, kailangan natatapos. Kailangan hindi siya infinite. And of course, the coefficient can be any real number. So, when you say coefficients here, ito yung numerical coefficients. Kailangan hindi siya imaginary number. And let's review. You'll just have to determine whether the given item is a polynomial or not. Of course, based on the conditions kanina, nandito yung 4 na conditions, malalaman mo na kung polynomial ba or hindi. Okay, let's start na siguro. Okay, review mo lang. So, first condition, it does not involve division by a variable, or in other word, walang variable doon sa denominator. The exponent must be a whole number, so hindi dapat, so kailangan whole number siya, hindi siya fraction, and so on and so forth. And it does not have infinite numbers of terms, or kailangan natatapos. And of course, the numerical coefficient can be any real number, hindi imaginary. Okay, balikan na natin. For letter A, 3x squared plus 3. Balikan nga natin, anong tawag mo sa anong term ito? Is it monomial or binomial? Or trinomial? Yes, this is a binomial. And ano ang exponent ng ating variable? Yes, 2. Ito. So, do you think this is a polynomial? Yes, nasatisfy niya naman ang mga conditions. So, this is a polynomial. How about B? 2 all over y. Do you think this is a polynomial? So this is not a polynomial kasi nga our first condition hindi niya na-satisfy yun eh. Dinidivide siya ng variable or merong variable doon sa ating denominator. And of course, number 3, anong tawag sa term na to? Or anong klaseng polynomial ito? Is it monomial, binomial, or trinomial? Yes, this is a trinomial and this is also considered as a polynomial. Wala namang hindi na satisfy na conditions. For letter D, 3 all over 4C. Yes, this is polynomial kasi nga yung variable naman is wala doon sa denominator or hindi siya dinidivide. This can be written as, pwede siyang isulat as 3c all over 4. Pwede mo siyang isulat na ganyan. 3c, ayusin ko lang. 3c or all over 4. 3c all over 4. Okay? For letter A, 3y plus z negative 2. So this is not a polynomial. Kasi ang definition natin doon sa polynomial, kailangan the exponent must be a whole number. This is a negative number. Okay? So this is not a polynomial. For letter F, 1 all over 3c plus d. So do you think this is a polynomial? Yes, that is a polynomial. And of course, for letter G, x raised to 5 plus 2x raised to 4 plus blah blah blah. May tatlong toldok. Nung ibig sabihin yan, infinite siya. So kung infinite siya, that is not a polynomial. Kung may nakita kang ganito, that is not a polynomial. And for letter H, 2 all over 5st. So do you think that is a polynomial? Yes, that is a polynomial. Nakuha mo. So ilan ang nakuha mo all over sa 1 to 8 na to? I hope na nakuha mo to lahat kasi nire-review lang natin ito. Okay? And now, these are the things that you should remember or the things that must remember. So, terms with the same variables or literal coefficient of the same degree are called like terms. Tinatawag natin siya as like terms kapag parehas ang kanyang variables. Let's, for examples, ito yung mga example natin, 2x and 3x. As you can see, 2x, yung variable ng ating 2, or ng ating numerical coefficient ay x, and of course, dito naman ay 3x. 2x and 3x are like terms. Pwede din siyang 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 1/3 x. So, that are like terms. Basta ang kanyang variable ay parehas ito, x. Okay? For number 2, example, 7x squared and 3/4 x squared. So, you can see the variable is the same as well as the degree. And this is x squared and x squared. Yung kanyang degree ay parehas. So, kung parehas din ang kanyang degree, and of course, parehas ang degree niya as well as the variable, like terms din yon. And kagaya nung unang example natin, ang degree nito ay 1. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kapag walang nakasulat. Of course, automatic ang kanyang degree ay raised to 1. Tandaan mo na yon. That is raised to, isin ko lang to para hindi ka malito. That is raised to 1. For dito sa 3, example number 3 natin, 2ab squared and 5ab squared. So as you can see here, parehas din sila ng variables of the same degree. Pares din ang kanilang degree. 2ab and 2ab squared and 5ab squared. Another thing is that you should remember that terms with different variables or literal coefficients of the same degree are called unlike terms. So for example, here 2x and 3xy is unlike term o unlike term ito. Kasi doon sa una natin, 2x ang kanyang variable lang, tapos dito meron na siyang y. So, kailangan parehas ang kanyang variable para masabi natin na like terms. And of course, for example number 2, a squared and b squared. Makikita mo parehas na ang kanyang exponent ay 2, pero hindi siya parehas ng variable. Kung hindi din siya parehas na variable, hindi din siya considered as a like term. This is unlike term. Okay? Sana naiintindihan mo to? And of course, sa example number 3 natin, 2c cube and negative 5c raised to 4. Magkaiba ang variable, magkaiba ang exponent ng dalawa. So, this is unlike term. Okay? Sana naintindihan mo ang difference between the like terms and unlike terms kasi parang nire-review lang natin ito. Yes. Very good ka dyan kung naiintindihan mo. Yeah. Now, let's review. So, ikaw na to sa comment section. It's your time to shine. Okay, you'll just give one more term of like terms. O maraming terms, maraming pwedeng ibigay dito. So, hindi na ako lagay ng mga possible na sagot. For your reference, sige maglagay tayo. So, for letter A, magbigay ka nga ng one more term of like terms. Sa comment section na siya, mo siya i-comment. So, negative 5x squared. Pwedeng anong pwede pa? Pwedeng 2x squared. Diba? Or kung ano ang nailagay mong numerical coefficient. Basta ang kanyang literal coefficient ay x squared or kailangan parehas ang kanyang variables at yung exponent. Ang maiiba mo lang dyan is the numerical coefficient, yung katabi niya, para masabi mo siya na like terms. And for letter B, 3x squared, y squared. Pwede siyang, baliktad din naman natin, negative 3x squared, y squared. Diba? Pwedeng ganyan. So, 3x squared, y squared, and pwede ding like terms sila kasi negative 3 ito, x squared and x squared, y squared. So, parehas ang kanyang variables. And for letter C, 6d squared. Pwede nga, sige, 5 na lang. Yung kanyang numerical, 5d squared. Okay? Sana nakapagbigay ka ng mga terms na like terms dito sa mga review natin. Okay? I hope that's clear. I hope clear na rin ang like terms and unlike term. Ngayon, another things to remember, tandaan mo din na when we are adding kapag nag-perform tayo ng addition and subtraction, we just simply combine the like terms. You'll just in addition and subtraction, nagko-combine lang tayo ng like terms. Ang pinagsasama lang natin ay ang kanyang ang like terms, hindi yung unlike terms. Para mas malinaw, so ipag-add mo lang or subtract mo ang like terms. Yung nakalagay na dyan, you just add and subtract like terms. And yung mga unlike terms naman, they will remain as is. Mananatili silang ganon. Walang bababago doon, unlike terms nga Ang pwede mo lang baguhin ay pag-combinehin ay ang mga like terms. And of course, ang pag-addin mo lang naman doon is the numerical coefficient. Yung literal coefficient niya or yung variables as well as exponent ay kokopyahin mo lang din naman yun. Okay? Para mas maintindihan natin, let's have here our examples. So, just add and subtract the following polynomials. So, ito na yun. Mag-add na tayo ng simple polynomials. Okay? 15 minutes naman na tayo. Okay? Add and subtract the following polynomials. So, for letter A, 2x plus 5x. What is your answer? Gagawin mo lang dyan, 2 plus 5. So, that is 7. And then, copy the variable since parehas naman sila. You just have to, the answer is 7x. Next, 14y squared minus 5y squared. O, magsasubtract naman tayo dito. So, ang gagawin mo lang ulit, 14 minus 5, that is 9. And yung y squared, since parehas ng variable, kakopahin mo lang din ulit yun. You'll just have to copy. Kaya nga sabi natin doon kanina, kino-combine lang natin ang like terms. For letter C, 3x squared y squared plus 5x squared y squared. So, gagawin mo lang dyan, that is 3 plus 5. So, that is 8. And then, kukopihin mo na ang mga variables as pati yung mga degrees niya, of course. Your answer should be 8x squared y squared. For letter D, try mo nga. Okay. Ano yung may like terms lang dyan? Ano lang yung like term dyan? Yung 2a at 3a. Anong mangyayari sa C and B? Or yung C at 5b? They will remain as is kasi wala silang katulad. Walang katulad. Mag-iisa sila. Magkasama lang si 2a at si 3a ang pwede mong pag-combinehin. Kung i-compare natin sa hayop, so hindi naman pwedeng magsama ang aso at pusa, mag-aaway sila, di ba? So kailangan magkakamukha kung sa aso at aso lang. Okay? Pusa at pusa ang pagsasamahin. Try na. And of course, your answer should be 5a plus 5b plus c. Na-reach ko na siya. So, 2 plus 3, that is 5. And then, copy the variable aa. And, of course, yung 5b remain as is. Positive siya. And, of course, yung positive c. So, that's it. Ganun lang. For letter A, negative 6d squared minus 5f minus 2da squared. So, this is ano yung like terms lang dyan. Tingnan mo yung mga like terms muna. Yung una is negative. Tandaan mo. Be careful din doon sa sign kung negative ba siya or positive. So, negative 6d squared and negative 2. Negative din yan ay 2d squared. So, what is the answer? So, negative 6 minus 2, that is, nautang kang 6 na piso, then uutang ka ulit ng 2 piso, you are, negative ka ng 8 or negative 8. Then you'll just have to copy the same variables with its exponents, of course. So that is negative 8 da squared minus 5f. O yung 5, negative 5s or yung minus is, na-remain siya as is. So this is the answer. Pwede mo siyang screenshot para mabalik-balikan mo. Okay? Mag-ano naman tayo. Punta ulit tayo sa example ulit. Para mas add and subtract the following polynomials. And here, you need to arrange. May ano na tayo ngayon, condition din tayo. We need to arrange in descending order with respect to x. Anong ibig sabihin nun? So, kailangan yung degree niya naka-arrange siya into descending order. Ibig sabihin nun, pababa. Mag-umpisa tayo sa mataas na ang exponent niya doon sa variable of x. Mataas na exponent muna tayo hanggang pababa ng papaba. Of course, with respect to x. Ano to? Okay. Okay, nagpapalitan. Sige, anahin ko muna. So, your problem is 8xy squared plus 4x raised to 4 y cube. Ito yung sasolve natin. Ito yung i-add and subtract natin. And then i-arrange din natin. Itong naka-block. Minus 2xy squared minus 14x raised to 4 y cube. Okay? Anong unang gagawin mo? You need to tingnan mo yung magkakamukha ang variable at yung exponent. I-arrange natin siya. So, na-flash ko na siya kanina. Mas nauna siya doon sa block, okay? So, 4x raised to 4, y cube. Ito yun. So, sino yung kamukha niya? Si negative 14x raised to 4, y cube. Ito. Negative. O, tandaan mo. Kapag negative, magma-minus. Kamukha yan. Plus 8xy squared minus 2xy squared. Magkamukha din ito. Ito at ito. Okay? Isin ko siya. Parang nakakancel ngayon eh. Then what next? What is next? Kapag napag-combine mo na yung mga like terms, ang gagawin mo naman ngayon ay pag-subtract na siya or ipag-add. The answer is negative 10x raised to 4 y cube plus 6x y squared. Paano nangyari yun? So, sige. So, then, what is a positive 4 minus 14? Meron kang 4 na piso. Then, meron kang utang na 14 na pesos. So, ilan na lang ang utang mo? So, that is 10. Utang pa rin siya. So, that is a negative 10. Negative 10x raised to 4 y cube. Copy the variables as well as its exponents. And paano nakuha ang positive 6? So, you have 8 minus 2, that is 6, and then copy the variables and the exponent. Ganun lang. And that is your final answer. Ito yung final answer. So, negative 10x raised to 4 y cube plus 6xy squared. So, sinundan lang natin with respect to x ang sabi dito. So, descending order din siya. So, nauna ang may malaking variable, malaking exponent nung ating x o yung variable x. So, 4 muna, then ito yung 1. With respect to x nga eh. Okay? So, sana naiintindihan siya. And how about you try this one? Bakit may parenthesis na? Okay, siguro, na-recall mo naman ang Jimenez and alam mo naman na mauuna palagi i-distribute natin ang kaya magagamit mo yun yung Jimenez. And palaging dapat ini-eliminate muna natin yung naka-group o wala munang groupings. Tinatanggal muna natin ang parenthesis. Try mo nga. Okay, sige, solve na natin. Ang sabi ko kanina, using the distributive property na ang gagamitin natin. Pero of course, yung Jimenez na sinasabi ko, yung importante lang, yung tinutukoy ko lang doon kanina is pagtanggal lang ng parenthesis. And of course, ang gagamitin natin dito is the distributive property. I-distribute lang natin yung 4 dito. So, mag-multiply tayo ngayon. What is 4 times 2? That is 8x cube. Tapos, i-distribute mo din ito dito, yung 4 ulit. Ganun din ang gagawin mo dito. Okay? And your answer should be dito sa pangalawang step natin. So, 8x cube, sabi ko ano na, 4 times 2, that is 8. Tapos copy the variable pati yung exponent niya. And then 4 times negative y squared, that is negative 4y squared plus yan ang copy ito. 2x times x, 2 times x raised to 4, that is 2x raised to 4. Tapos dito naman, 2 times 9y squared, that is positive 18y squared. And anong susunod? So, we need to combine the like terms. Ang sabi natin, with respect ulit to sa x. So, yung mga walang kamukha, they will remain as is. Magising pa ma. Sana parehas tayo ng sagot. So, this is 2x raised to 4 plus 8x cubed plus 18y squared minus 4y squared. So, ito, 2x raised to 4, galing lang dito, positive siya. Since wala naman siyang kamukha, mariremain lang siya as 2x raised to 4. Of course, yung 8x cubed, wala din siyang kamukha, so it will remain as 8x cubed. And dito, kailangan natin itong i-combine. So, 18 minus 4 lang naman yan, so that is 14y squared. Yun na yung final answer. Dito, 18 minus 4, magkukuha mo ang 14. Tapos, copy the variables kasi parehas sila. Okay? So, you try this one. Hello. Okay, try mo naman ito. Kayang-kaya mo to kasi nakikinig ka. So, you need to add and subtract the following polynomials and then also arrange in descending order with respect to x. Yun, kailangan yung x muna. Tignan mo yung exponent ng ating x. Kailangan mauna yung mas malaki, pababa. Okay? Mauna si x raised to 4 kaysa kay x cube. Diba? Kung may kamukha, pagsamahin. Kung walang kamukha, i-remain mo lang siya as is. Ganun lang. Kung naka-parenthesis, tanggalin ang parenthesis, i-distribute mo siya. Okay? So this is already the answer na naka-red na. Ito na yung sagot mo dapat. So, since walang kamukha si 14x raised to 4, so, and mataas yung exponent niya, descending order nga, raised to 4 siya, so siya muna ang mauuna natin. Siya ang ating first term. Dawi yung first term, second term, third term, ganun ang pagtawag, then fourth term, and then fifth term. 14x raised to 4 minus, may kamukha ba si x cube? Wala din. So, minus here since negative to. Minus 18x cube plus 10x kasi, bakit nga eh? Kasi si 2x plus 8x ay like terms. And kapag like terms, we need to combine them. We need to add the numerical coefficients, which is 2 and 8. O yung numbers, i-add mo lang. So, that is 2 plus 8, that is 10. Then, copy the variable x. And then, plus, wala ng x. Ang gusto ni 4, 3, 1. Since wala ng x, sunod na naman natin yung y na lang. And then, of course, nahuhuli yung constant. Kasi walang variable naman yan. So, nasa dulo ang ating constant. So, wala namang kamukha si 4y cube. So, remain as is. And then, last is your constant term. Ito yung constant. Diba? Polynomial consists of variables, exponents, of course, constant. Diba? Meron sila. So, plus 12. So, this is the final answer. So, I hope you've learned something and you've learned a lot for this video, and as it will prepare you for your lesson sa mga susunod na araw. And thank you for watching, and please support this YouTube channel. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Sige, thank you. Naka 29 minutes. Okay.